Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and welcome. This is Ashima Shukla, your Current Affairs and Banking Awareness faculty on Entry platform. And in this video, we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the major current affairs which are important from examination point of view, and therefore this session is going to be more of a theory oriented session so that it is going to help you in your note making. For those who want this video in Hindi language, for them you can download Entry app from Google Play Store, and on that app you will find this video in Hindi as well as English, along with free live quiz which will help you in your practice of exam questions. Let's begin the discussion on the news events, with the first news event being that Srinagar has recently been added to UNESCO Creative Cities Network UCCN. It is the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir and is selected in the category of craft and folk arts. Other cities in the list are Chennai and Varanasi, because there are total 6 Indian cities. So there are 6 Indian cities now. One is Srinagar in the category of craft and folk art. Then we have Chennai and Varanasi in this category of music. Then we have Jaipur in the category of crafts and folk art again. Then we have Mumbai in the category of films, and then we have Hyderabad again in the category of film. Chief Minister of Karnataka Basavaraj Bommai announced the rename of the disputed Mumbai Karnataka region, which has now been renamed as Kittur Karnataka. It will have 7 districts. Before this also there was a region of Nizams, that is of Hyderabad Karnataka region, which was renamed recently. In 2019 that was done. Then we have Indian shooters who bagged 5 medals at the inaugural International Shooting Sport Federation President's Cup. The medal tally has 2 gold, 2 silver and 1 bronze, of which both the gold medals have been won by Manu Bhakarji, and Manu Bhakarji had won it in the category of 25-meter rapid fire pistol mixed team and 10-meter air pistol mixed team competition. Meta, which was formerly known as Facebook, which has been renamed recently, has launched Grow Your Business Hub in India recently. Now, both these initiatives, that is Grow Your Business Hub, it is basically a one-stop destination for all the Indian SMBs, and they will be able to avail the related data, the tools, the curated resources to attain the goals of their business. Along with that, Meta has also launched a Grow Your Business Playbook, which is a book to help the SMB set up offline to online journeys and boost their sales record. India and Israel have signed a bilateral innovation agreement to perform innovation and enhance research and development activities by startups and MSMEs of both countries. Under the agreement, both countries will develop dual use technologies, and it was signed by the DRDO and the Research of Israel, that is Directorate of Defense Research and Development, DDR&D. In this, startups and MSMEs will develop dual use technologies and products, maybe drones or robotics, artificial intelligence, quantum technology, natural language processing and various other things. Government of Odisha has launched Rakshak, which is an initiative to train the first responders to road accidents. So under this initiative, 30,000 first responders will be trained by 300 master trainers in 30 districts of that state, and they will be equipped to administer the first aid and pre-hospital trauma care to accident victims within the golden hour, that being the first 60 minutes after the accident. The Cabinet of Punjab, chaired by the Chief Minister of the state, that is Chiranjeet Singh Channi ji, has approved the Punjab Tissue Culture Based Seed Potato Rules 2021 to develop the state as a standard potato seed centre. By doing so, Punjab has become the first state in India to have the facility of tissue culture based certification. The tech giant IBM Corporation has launched a Client Innovation Center in Mysuru. The center is set up with the support of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. The Army Training Command, ARTC, track, which belongs to Indian Army, has entered into an MOU with Rashtriya Raksha University and Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics. The MOU was signed to make a partnership to perform research and development in various sectors. Spaniard Daniel Delvell has been appointed as High Representative for Youth by International Human Rights Foundation. It's a non-governmental and a non-profit institution which is headquartered in the New York City, NYC, USA. Fumio Kishida has been re-elected as the Prime Minister of Japan recently. Kapil Devji has been appointed as Brand Ambassador of Novo Nordisk India to create awareness on having better diabetes management and early insulin adoption, and Novo Nordisk India is based in Bangalore. India's President Shri Ramnath Kovind addressed the 51st Conference of Governors and Lieutenant Governors at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. This was the fourth conference which was presided by the President of India Ramnath Kovind. This conference was first held in 1949 at Rashtrapati Bhavan, which was at that time presided over by C. Rajgopalachari, who was the last Governor General of India. US space agency NASA and Elon Musk owned private rocket company SpaceX have launched Crew 3 mission. Under this, 4 astronauts have been sent to International Space Station for a duration of 6 months, that is till April 2022. The Crew 3 mission consists of, out of these 4 astronauts, one is an Indian origin NASA astronaut Raja Chari as the mission commander. Then we have Falguni Nair, who is the CEO and founder of beauty and fashion e-commerce platform Nykaa and has become the richest self-made woman in India. She founded Nykaa in 2012 and currently holds 53.5% stake in Nykaa and has a net worth of $7.48 billion US dollars. There was an IPO which was released by FSN E-Commerce Ventures, which is the parent company of Nykaa. It's the first women-led unicorn to be listed on a stock exchange. Rajiv Srivastavji has been appointed as Chief Executive Officer or CEO of Standard Chartered Securities in India operations. And then we have India's first physical national Yogasan championship, which was organized in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. The National Yogasan Sports Championship 2021-22 has been organized by National Yogasan Sports Federation in association with the state of Odisha. In about 30 states, about 560 athletes are taking part in the event to promote yoga and create a global brand around it. Then we have Novak Djokovic, who defeated Daniil Medvedev at 4-6, 6-3 and 6-3 to win the 2021 Rolex Paris Masters final title. It's his 6th win of Serbian Djokovic or Novak Djokovic, who's a Serbian player, in the Rolex Paris Masters title. Third Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan was hosted by India in New Delhi, in which high-level participants from about 8 countries were present, and in this Delhi Declaration was adopted by the participated nations, which aims to have a terror-free environment, including the government of Afghanistan. So it's called as Delhi Declaration. Its full name is Delhi Regional Security Dialogue on Afghanistan of National Security Advisors or Secretaries of Security Council. National Internet Exchange of India (NIXI), in partnership with PayU and National Securities Depository Limited as NSDL, have launched a digital payment gateway. Digital payment gateway is going to enable digital payment across NIXI's business units, as it will integrate payment gateways on all of its websites. It's going to provide a seamless customer experience in digital payment transactions, and NIXI is a non-profit firm under Ministry of Electronics and IT, which is currently the chairperson is Ajay Prakash Sahaneji. Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji launched two initiatives of Reserve Bank of India framed with a major focus on its customers, that is RBI Retail Direct Scheme and Reserve Bank of India or RBI Integrated Ombudsman Scheme. The investment scope will be raised because of both the schemes, which will be granting easy access to capital market and secure investment. Also, it will help open in India's first 1.1 trillion bond market to retail buyers in the Government of India bond unit. Satyanarayan Pradhan ji has been appointed as Director General of Narcotics Control Bureau, which is headquartered in New Delhi. Jose Daniel Ortega Saavedra has been appointed as President of Nicaragua for the fourth consecutive term now. Daniel Brühl is a Spanish-German actor and has been appointed as Goodwill Ambassador of United Nations World Food Programme. Nutrition Smart Village is a program launched to strengthen the Poshan Abhiyan and to eradicate the situation of poverty and malnutrition. The program has been launched as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the 75 years of celebration of India's independence. KGV Kavacham. This initiative was launched by Kerala Grameen Bank. It is a deposit scheme to grant additional interest rates to those customers who have taken vaccination against COVID-19 to motivate people in rural areas to take up the vaccination program. Axis Bank has signed an MOU with Army Insurance Group to provide retail mortgage loans to Indian Army personnel and officials as well. Army Training Command, which belongs to Indian Army, has entered into an MOU with Rashtriya Raksha University and Bhaskaracharya National Institute of Space Applications and Geoinformatics to make a partnership to perform R&D in various sectors. The title, Finding a Straight Line Between Twists and Turns, an Imperfect Yet Honest Reflection on Indian Tax Landscape book, has been released by Asim Chawla ji. Sunrise over Ayodhya, Nationhood in Our Times, released by Salman Khurshid ji. And Nehru, The Debates That Defined India, has been released by Tripurman Singh and Adil Hussain ji. With this, we wind up the session for the day, and I hope this session has been helpful. Don't forget to like the video and share the video. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, have a great day ahead.